Just trying to blow bubbles, really. Welcome back. God, I have really got lazy with intros. As yes, welcome back guys to episode number 5 of season number 1 of the West Ham United kind of rebuild, kind of just a career mode in FIFA 21, as we are starting on the calendar today because I want to walk you through the games. First of all, we have Leeds United at home. That is straight up. I've simulated to the 2nd of October with Leicester being the next one away at the King Power. Might have to be simulated. Definitely the Baggies is getting simulated though. That is at the Hawthorns, as after that we have a huge 2 games in 1 week. Tottenham and Chelsea, both at the London Stadium, both London derbies. It is a challengers. That is a welcome to an episode, isn't it? Just straight in there, as we are going to look at the league table. 15th, Leeds United, you can see just at the top in 12th and 3 points above us. So not much in it. Of course, are beating us at this moment in the career, but if we win, we level. And all I'm looking for out of this game is to try and claw our way up from 15th. I don't want a relegation battle, as we've still got no top scorers or assisters in the top 6 or top 5, I think I said in the objectives, which is a bit horrible to think about, but still, we'll roll with it. As yes, coming off the back of a defeat last time out, but only one change to the starting 11, as we've got Fabianski still in goal, Kufal, Bambuena and Ogbonna on the left. You guys told me to put him on the left. I have, with Cresswell as left back, Fornals, Declan Rice, Souček and Bowen in the midfield, with Ben Rama in camp. He comes in for Jesse Lingard because, of course, he has scored 2 goals out of 2 games. He's on a roll at the moment, with Antonio up front, of course, the main man, which isn't really proving to be the main man at the moment. Hopefully can turn it around. And there we go, looking at our team, straight into this Leeds United game. I want to pick up points. I'm desperate. I can smell 3 points as well today, right here in this one. Kiko Casilla in goal, with Lorente, Koch, Rafinha and Charlie Taylor. That's not the actual Rafinha. Adam Forshaw, Phillips, Shackleton and Tyler Roberts in the midfield, with Jack Harrison up front, and Bamford, no, he's in cam, I guess, supporting him. It's a 4-1-4-1. That is a weird way to show the team, I think, really. Bielsa does like changing his team around, though, doesn't he? But it's just weird. Don't worry, guys, it isn't the actual Rafinha. I saw there was no player faces. They do have Charlie Taylor back. It's going to be Kufal and Bowen versus him, as he's got his first tackling. Did betray Leeds as well a couple of seasons back. As Bowen fighting for this ball well. Onto Mikel Antonio. Round the corner. Into Jared Bowen. Early goal maybe. Kiko Casilla in net. I mean, we do have to get at him a lot in this fixture. No Iliam Meslier, so if we can keep this ball, we can go again. Bowen started off very bright in this one, of course, finished brightly against Everton despite the loss, as Rice into Ben Rama off the bar. And what a hit that was. It's literally stung the crossbar. Said Ben Rama is just the man on form at the moment, isn't he? Definitely the player of the episode, if not for Drakowski last time out, as hopefully he can just continue the form in this game. Leeds United coming forward though. Phillips at right midfield for some reason, as Cresswell makes a great tackle, stays on the ball as well. Ben Rama making the overlap as he gets it right here. Antonio making a bit of inward road towards the box. It's in. Can he score this one? He does. Mikel Antonio with his first goal, and finally, for West Ham, we have a striker score. Really good finish, and Said with the cross as well. It's just one of those ones. He's had 2 chances in previous games which I can remember where he's absolutely scuffed those opportunities. Not this time though, as Antonio is off the mark with a pass into the bottom right. 1-0 Hammers, and I do love to see a goal like that fly in, as we need to keep on battling though. No giving up. Leeds United, of course, won't do the same. They can run all day long, but the defence, that's another issue, because they just don't look good defensively right here. Ben Rama into Souček, who's got a man in Bowen making the overlap. Jared Bowen for his first. What a save. As Kiko Casilla does keep it, of course, now only at 1-0, but we are dominant in this home game. The fans will be happy with this one, as Cresswell to Paulo Fornals in the middle to Antonio again. He's got Souček to aim for. Takes a touch. Pablo Souček! And that's because I got his name wrong. It's Thomas. Don't know where I've got Pablo from, as Cresswell to touch this down as well. Leeds United just not in the game at all, really. However, Souček might give them a bit of an outlet right there. Poor pass to Jamie Shackleton as Bamford's on it now. Can we get across the Bonner? It's going to be a foul playing on, though, as it's almost half-time as well, and I would definitely take the lead. Still, they have danced around with it for a while as Bamford. Shackleton making off the ball run as Ogbonna with a tackle. Oh, it's a dodgy pass. It's very dodgy as Cresswell can't keep it. Back onto Patrick Bamford, who's pressured by Balbuena, and that's a good tackle from him, you know. Hasn't been as consistent as I would hoped for this series so far as the Paraguayan, but a good tackle there as now Bowen into Antonio, into Souček. One more would do us the world of good. It's Antonio! Saved again. As I thought playing against Kiko Casilla would be easier. It's definitely not proven the case, as he has been excellent in the Leeds net and of keeping it at 1-0. It should be more, as I am very proud of the boys. Our best performance so far in the Premier League. Of course, I can't speak for simulated games, but in-game, fantastic. And Leeds United actually doing really, really well at the start of this second half as Bamford, he looks like the main man for them as Ogbonna's lost out. It's a good disguised pass around the corner, saved! And it's into the open net. Straight away in the second half, Leeds United have a leveller through their best player, Patrick Bamford, and undone it. I spoke so well of his team at half-time and in the first half, and straight away in the second, we concede. Fabianski again, you can see he's aging because he just doesn't get up. However, maybe a bit of obstruction there. There's a player that jumps on him after the ball is, of course, into the back of the net, but I'd still be cautious of that, ref. Got to try and get the lead again, I guess, as now it's Angelo Ogbonna taking it forward a little bit into Thomas Souček as Rice. Can we instantly get in front again? It's out to Pablo Fornals as Benrahma at the back post. Fornals is good at cutting inside though. Still has the ball. Pablo Fornals, it's deflected in! And we do have an instant lead again. What a lucky goal, but I don't care as it might actually count as his own, you know. I'm unsure. It might be because it's on target, but was it actually on target? That's the question. It definitely came off Robbie Koch as the final touch, I think, as he finesses it. Oh, it took two deflections. Both centre-backs playing a bit of ping-pong there with the ball, as it's no chance for Casilla. He has absolutely no chance. 2-1. Love it. Absolutely love it. But what I wouldn't love is if we let them just have a goal again, because Leeds United are better in this second half. That's a foul on Bowen, isn't it? No. Even I would have took a foul on Roberts right there as he's got back up and passed the ball around Charlie Taylor to give it away though as Bowen jump on that. And let's try and just leg it forward up the field, shall we? Ball through to Benrahma. One more to Antonio, who's kind of past Koch a bit here. Back heels it to Benrahma. Needed to get the pass off. But I tell you what, apart from their goals, none of the boys have put a foot wrong in this fixture. Got a bit of pressure on us here. Leeds United putting the pressing game on us. That was dodgy. Still kept the ball though as Ogbonna spreads out to Cresswell. Might be able to go back to front as Rice keeps the ball well. Souček now get it out to the right. Antonio round the corner really quick into Bowen. Cross this in. We've got Benrahma waiting, but he's not the tallest. And Tyler Roberts here with the ball. Looks over the top to Jack Harrison. Just got to keep the pace up as Balbuena is watching the left midfield. A good player him as he gets the tackle in on Jack Harrison. And what can we try and do here? Just got to keep Leeds United from scoring a late equaliser. It would be devastating as he's turned easy by Rodrigo on the field. Adam Forshaw, bit of a surprise he was in the team, but he's playing okay. Has just got to stop them coming forward. We've deserved this win as Souček reads it. Pass it forward into space as that's the final whistle. And we do have the victory at the London Stadium. Hopefully that's the first of, well, 5 today. I'd like to win every single game, as it's a 2-1 dominant and probably best game of the season against Leeds United. And up to 14th, hey, it's an achievement I guess, because now we do have a 3-point gap over Wolverhampton, so that is good. Still behind Leeds United and of course the pack at the top, which I'd like to be closer to, but now we have some international time, so the youth will get trained and move on to Leicester. They also sit above us in 7th with 14 points, so 4 points better off than us. They have lost 2 games, we've lost 4, which is 4 too many actually. Far too many, get it? As, yeah, we'll try and change it around then. Could actually lose the game because of how unfunny that was, as yes, they're above us, and I am going to go in with the same team, so no walking you through that again. You should know that by now because it was dominant in the last 2 games. Souček's gone up to 83 rated as well, which I love to see, as can we get the win? Unlikely, but we do have more important games, as what's it going to be? A 2-2. I will honestly open-handedly take that. Really good result. Cresswell with the first goal for us, then Vardy replying with then Vardy scoring a double, and we had to come back from behind with Souček getting a goal when he's been upgraded. Love that from the big man. I mean, I didn't play him at the start, all because of how bad he was in pre-season, getting sent off in the first game, but now I do feel like he's took his place over Mark Noble, who's just decreasing with age. He's still going to play the cups though, is Big Marky. So I've got a message on Dawson's appearances. Watford have been untouched. Is he actually on loan from Watford? Is he on loan from... I think he might have to be, and they're not happy with his appearance making. You know what? You can kind of have him back, because I do see him as championship quality. We've got Diop, who's going to jump onto the bench for this game, and actually no. Maybe I do change it up for West Brom, because that's who we have next. As for this West Brom one as well, I'm going to make some changes. I've made 3, in fact. Just because, of course, I think I want to play the strongest team against Tottenham. Not that I'm taking the Premier League for granted. I still feel like this team should win. But yeah, I'm going to save the players in-game who are better for the better team. As Fabianski's in goal, Kufal. Diop gets his first appearance, hopefully staying on the field this time, alongside Ogbonna and Masuaku, because I do want to play Cresswell in the cup on excellent form, with Fornals, Rice, Souček and Bowen. No one getting a rest right here, because that is the spine of our team, with Lingard in front, who's on woeful form, or poor form apparently, so need to get him out of it, and rest Benrahma, with Antonio still staying up front, because I don't want to lose the game. I'm not planning on losing against West Brom, but I do plan on keeping this team fit for the midweek game, as West Brom are actually above us. They've got 14 points and in 9th place. That is decent, and we're away from home, so maybe I'm underestimating, but I still think like we should win this game. As can we? Please? We do. And it's a brace from Mikel Antonio to keep us actually unbeaten this episode. That is an achievement. To be fair though, it could come to an end in these 2 difficult games, but I will take that all day long, as yes, we have Spurs in the cup. The other games, there's a Manchester derby going on. Chelsea have Rovers, Preston, Fulham. There is Liverpool, Bournemouth, Leicester, Peterborough, Aston Villa, Millwall, Arsenal, Norwich. We're actually close, you know, to, I think, the quarterfinal. I think this is the round of 16. We've got here super quick, as this is it. This is the big game right now, as I'm looking at my youth academy. Adam Oakley looks decent. Not the same for Max Jeffrey. Leo Burrows looks okay. And Tommy Abbott definitely not. As let's go into the press conference as well. But before that, the team sheet. By far the most important game we have yet to play, because still we haven't played it, but this will be the most important, as Dragowski starts in net. How can you kick a man out of the team? Although he's not the strongest when he's just won as a penalty shootout. With Johnson there, he played really well against Wolves with the assist. Diop stays in the team, strongest defender, alongside Ogbonna and Cresswell back straight in, with Fornals, Rice, Souček and Bowen, both 83 rated now in the midfield. Just stacked with CDMs, as Benrahma's back in as well over Lingard, and Antonio, after a brace, stays up front. He looks like he's got his scoring boots firmly on and on the right feet right now, because it was just missing left, right and centre in the first 4 episodes. Hopefully not the same here in the London derby, West Ham versus Tottenham Hotspur. And it looks like an absolutely packed London stadium. We've done very well, to be fair, first season into it and into a round of 16, which for West Ham I would say is excellent. Very difficult game coming up though, as Jose Mourinho, well, in game Jose Mourinho, probably Ryan Mason in real life still, really will want a win right here. It's going to be a feisty rivalry. You can sense the tension. Jeez, there's aggression in the West Ham fans, which I love to hear. We really do need the support to get a win here. Looks like they have rotated as well. No Harry Kane, it's Vinicius up top, as the full team is Hugo Lloris, Matt Doherty, Eric Dyer, Toby Alderweireld and Ben Davies in a back 4, so Doherty the wing back won't be comfortable right there. Sissoko and Højbjerg sitting, Lamela, Lo Celso and Son, with Vinicius Jr. up front. It's not the strongest, but it's not the weakest Tottenham team, so I've got to be hopeful, haven't I? Just keep the ball, play it around nicely, and we should be fine. As Ogbonna here, passing it to Diop. Still needs his fitness going up a little bit, so it is a risk putting him in, but I do prefer him, I think, to Balbuena, although he's played decent in the last game against Leeds. As we'll keep this ball early on. It's on to Declan Rice. Benrahma's going through the middle for Nals, though, with an overlap from Cresswell. Could it be an early goal right here? Aaron Cresswell cuts inside. Just showed too much to Lamela. Do like the intent though. Do like the intent and the speed and the aggression that we're using on Tottenham right here. Getting to Lo Celso. There we go, Declan. Probably going to get a yellow card as we've actually seriously injured him there. Never mind me celebrating that. That's a bit poor as we do win the ball though. We are not going to kick it out as well because we kind of do need the winner. Souček through the middle to Jared Bowen and he's just offside. Never can stay on as Lo Celso is, I think, off injured. Johnson on the ball right here though as we get it down the line. We've actually been the better team as Bowen with a skill passing to Antonio. Get this out to the left hand side as we get a good touch off with Fornals and give this to the edge of the box with Declan. Where's Souček? That ain't Souček. It is actually, as he's got the ball right here. Now into Bowen. Got the overlap from Johnson. Can he get a good cross in the youth player? Handball, surely. As it will go out. First corner for us. As let's go for Angelo Ogbonna. Why not? He's the player who scored from a corner in the first game against Liverpool. As he goes to jump, don't win it. And half an hour in almost. And we're just a different team in this episode. Yes, Tottenham attacking, but we've been so good defensively and going forward. As Lo Celso with the ball though, he's got a chance here. Gives it round to Lamela. Just stand him up, Diop. Don't dive in. Please don't dive in like Balbuena as he's forced the incorrect pass, and that is great from Issa. As now it's going to be Declan to bring it away onto Souček. Have we got support out wide? Yep, Bowen just running offside again, but Benrahma's through the middle. Can he get on that? Straight to Doherty. Very impressed though, as now it's on to Son again. Over the top to Højbjerg and Son. What's he going to try and do here? Ogbonna tackles him. That's going to be a yellow, I guess. As please don't give the advantage. Oh, they've gave it. Oh, I mean, they haven't gave it. They've given the free kick instead. It's going to be Hugo Son stood over it. Højbjerg as well, as it's a dummy. It's going to be Son to strike. And after domination, it's just a free kick. I thought the advantage was over, but obviously not. The referee pulls it back and gives Tottenham an undeserved goal, really. It's a free kick from Hugo, as that is just a shame, isn't it? We've really been dominant, and then one shot on net from a set piece, and it's in the back of our net. Drakowski, no chance, and we've got to come from behind if we're going to get anything. And Declan Rice, the ball to the side into Thomas Souček, goes for an overlap to Bowen. At least we're not giving up like against Everton, as that's a great ball in. Oh, and Antonio! A big chance, actually, to get back level. I was not expecting that, as Tottenham dominant on possession, definitely, but on chances, they've had one and scored, and we have had plenty. Keep it up in the second half, and maybe a goal will come. I'm not guaranteeing it, because it hasn't come in the first 45 when we've been utterly dominant, but there's nothing more we could do. No changes to the team as well as, oh, Antonio's come back and lost it. Lamela's tackled by Cresswell, one of our best players. I've honestly got to say, he's fantastic. Same as this guy, Benrahma, making the overlap. Give that into Antonio as he can turn out maybe Souček, who leaves it for Rice, who was miles off of it, as they've got a 3-on-2 really here. Actually, a 2-on-1, but they have passed backwards. Typical Jose. And they've lost the ball in the process to Antonio. Souček on it again. Can we try and get someone through the middle? Not really, so we're going to have to try and zigzag it. That's the way I like to do things. Antonio back to Benrahma now, onto Rice, and Fornals is off. Give it to Cresswell. Back post this. Antonio jumping. And it's over the bar. Actually given as a goal kick as well. Should have done better. And it's one of those typical cup games where it's at one place, all the fans are behind them, but they're just losing. And the goal isn't coming. However, it could change here. Fornals. We're picked to the edge of the box this time as it's gone into Bowen, just where I didn't want it. But Johnson putting up a fight. Into Declan Rice now. Across to Fornals. Can we force something here? It's into now Souček, and he's lost it. Everything but score. Absolutely everything. As Fornals now in the middle to Declan Rice. I would honestly take penalties again in this game, as Lo Celso, though, has the ball. Rice did give it away. Onto Sissoko now. Around to Vinicius, and we've got a 2-on-1. Come on across, please, Johnson. You're not helping Ogbonna as he's round and just past the post. That should have been 2-0. They've had two chances this game. A free kick and then that, which should have gone in as well. So they've been very clinical with the shots. Apart from that, as Benedetto has a bit of a gap here. Daniel, keep on running. Now he cuts back and still does keep the ball, you know. Get that through to Lingard. Get on it, Hesse. It's bounced off him. And Lingard into the open net. We have the late leveller. And it's Jesse Lingard off the bench. Him and Benedetto, of course, coming off of it at the same time and linking up to make it level. The cup tie is not over. The stadium has erupted. As yes, it's an open net, and there's plenty of those goalkeeper mistakes this season. but I don't care. West Ham won. Tottenham won. The Hammers are back in it as oh dear. Actually, Tottenham dominating the latter stages, which I'll honestly take penalties. However, we could break on an attack, you know. Lingard running with the ball. Give that to Benedetto. Try and get this out wide as well. It's a great ball through to Fornals. And if we get support in the box, could be a great cross. Doherty with his leg, though, blocking it as Fornals does force it into Declan Rice. Takes a couple of touches. Give that to Benedetto. Maybe give it back to Souček on the edge. Back into Jared Bowen as can we try and forge one last shot. One last shot as Benedetto takes it. Alderweireld with the block as yes, it's going all the way again. For a place in the quarter-finals, it's going to be a penalty shootout. As you can see there, one shot on target from Tottenham. Yes, more possession. I expected that, but oh, it's been tight. No captain on the field as well for the penalty shootout to take the first one. Of course, Noble, the reliable one you usually get out of the way. So going bottom right. Benedetto misses. Not a great start at all as Drakowski, penalty king. Dives the wrong way for Gareth Bale, though, as it's going to be down to Thomas Souček. Missed in the last shootout. Going to go for the top bin. And it's off the post. I don't believe how we've started this. How have we started off that badly? Drakowski has to save. And it's gone the wrong way. It doesn't look like a good penalty shootout at all. It's going to be Lingard now. Lingard, down the middle. And what can I do here? It's obviously going to be a Tottenham win now. Drakowski against Son. And does save it, you know. Still do have a lifeline, but very, very thin one. Jared Bowen against Hugo Lloris. And that one's in the back of the net. Right, we have to save them all. Tottenham have to miss them all. It's Vinicius Jr. Is he just going to tap this? He is, and he's going to hit the crossbar, you know. We have a chance. Declan Rice against Tottenham Hotspur right here. Can we try and score? I'm going to go down the middle, and it's into the back of the net. If we save this, we have majorly turned it round. Lo Celso against Drakowski, and can we save it? We do! Oh my days! What a comeback, as we've still got to go for it. We've still got to go for it. We were 2-0 down, missing the first three. But we've missed that one. Still could lose, but this comeback so far has been phenomenal. Please keep us in it, Drakowski. He doesn't need to because he slammed at a post. What a shootout. Fornals against Hugo Lloris. Just put it at that side, I beg you. And don't dive. He frigging dies. It's going to go down to another one. Toby Alderweireld against Drakowski this time. And that one's gone in. There was only so many times you could get let off. And Tottenham Hotspur going through to the quarterfinals. Disappointing, I know, but to take it all that way and have that much of a surprise in the shootout. Honestly, sudden death again. It was a good shootout, but the rivals win it. Boys going a little bit after that one as Man United got the better of City. Chelsea, Preston actually are winning the Championship club. Liverpool, Peterborough beating Leicester, and Arsenal and Villa, all the real usual suspects apart from two. So I'm not too disheartened. We've still got an FA Cup to go to, and of course Chelsea are coming to us in the league still. Very entertaining game. It's just a shame who the opponent were. If that were Wolves and they would have beaten us, I would have still been a bit buzzing after how we've come back. But yeah, it's not the team that I wanted to lose to, as we've got to go into Chelsea. And we might have to rotate, you know, very tired. I think this is the team that I'm going to go with. So, Fabianski in the goal again. Kufal, Balbuena, Ogbonna and Masuaku, because Cresswell is shattered with Fornals. Rice is as well, but I'll play him over, of course, Mikey Noble, with Souček and Benrahma on the right, giving Bowen a rest. He hasn't had one for a while, as Lingard has to come back into that middle role, doesn't he? He's off form, and then he's just back on fire at some point, as Antonio stays up front ahead of Benedetto. Still, an assist for a striker isn't enough to get him in the first team, I don't think, especially against Chelsea in the league when Antonio's been hitting the ground running, as let's go against the Blues. And I'm suspecting Chelsea had the same in the Cup, of course, because they did play. So Mendy's in goal, Reece James, Zuma, Thiago Silva, Rudiger and Chilwell. They haven't rotated much, with Kante and Hakim Ziyech in the midfield, Kovacic, Hudson-Odoi and Werner. That's weird. No Havertz, no Pulisic, no Tammy, who we tried to sign, and no Mason Mount. Very weird. But we've just got to roll with it, I guess. So let's try and get the win. We got the draw against the other noisy neighbour, so hopefully in this rivalry we can try and sign and maybe impress Tammy Abraham to try and come to us if we actually beat them. We'll see who the biggest club in London are, as Lingard with a chance early on over the bar. I feel like the tactic with Chelsea is just shoot from range because they've got 5 bloody defenders. Then again, saying that, we did really play well against Wolves when they had 5 at the back, like Max Kilman and Fernandes or Richards or whatever the names was. Really couldn't put up with us, as now it's Hakim Ziyech. We're going to put up with him. Balbuena back in the team with a tackle. Up, of course, not back up to fitness, as that's the ball through to Lingard onto Benrahma. Benrahma around the corner back into Jesse, as we're going to have to go back to try and go forward. Like I said, 5 at the back ain't going to be easy to get around. Good passing though, Souček onto Antonio. It's a good run from Pablo Fornals, and it's in the back of the net. It's 2 for Pablo in this episode as well, as we take a lead against Chelsea at the London Stadium. Now that is surprising. What a goal it was though. What a well worked move, as the passing really did as well. Declan Rice against, well, what says is his future club. Really well worked in that, and it was celebrating the goal, as what a finish it is from Pablo. Never ever missing it. Absolutely love that, as Masuaku has a chase on here. Kovacic is actually on the wing as well. That is a weird one, as Fabianski pass it out in the front of you. It's unconventional, but it's worked to Rice, as Souček get Lingard in front of him. We've got the man out wide here inside Benrahma, as can we try and cut back inside. A little skill pass to Lingard, to Souček, to Pablo Fornals again. They just don't look themselves to the Blues, as that was almost in as well if it wouldn't have bounced, I think, as Souček gives it to Declan Rice again. Just keep this passing up. Kante's not in 2 places at once today, I'll tell you that for free. He is not really doing well. I think it's because Ziyech's further forward, and he is having to cover a lot, as this is good passing on to Antonio right now. That's a poor shot. They're going to keep the ball right here as well. Give it into Souček. Chelsea just not getting a sniff, and we can't give them one because that's when the goal's leaking. As Souček around the corner as well into Antonio. Disguised. First time with pin. No tall player there, really, is there? As James is getting chased down as well from Fornals. Gets a little bit of a nudge on him, as we've just got to get in their faces and dominate like we have for 40 minutes. Not let them have attacks like this at the edge of the first half, at the end of the first half, sorry, like Leeds did, and of course scored from. As I hopefully don't think we'll let them, as Hudson-Odoi right now passes it back into Ziyech, forced back again into Tony Rudiger, onto Thiago Silva. Let that go past as easy. 1 minute of added time as well, as Kante to Ziyech. Ziyech snapped by Souček, and let's go forward. Last couple of minutes, come on. Antonio through the middle. No, referee! Come on, that was a really good move, but he's blown the whistle, and yet again, it's 1-0 at half-time to us. And I'll tell you a fact, I don't think we've ever won a game, apart from Newcastle, that we've led 1-0 at half-time in. There's always... We actually, no, I think we have won games, it's just never ended 1-0. Leeds United, of course, scored straight away in the second half against us. Hopefully, could be different this time, and we could score a second, as Balbuena going forward into Souček, now onto Lingard, Antonio. Chelsea just don't wake up at the start, as Declan Rice putting the big bit of pressure on. Does seem a bit shattered though, does the lad, so maybe does have to come off, as Rudiger into Ziyech, into Kante, stepping across is Koufal, coming all the way from right back, as it's passed around as well. Hudson-Odoi, good tackle from Balbuena. He's actually having a really good game today. Solid, as now Benrahma into the middle, onto Declan Rice, get it forward, dodgy pass, still kept the ball. Not this time though, as it's a bad one from Balbuena, and a very bad pass. Chelsea, get some confidence. Don't know why I'm saying that, to be fair, as it looks like Lingard's tiring a little bit. Look at that sloppy pass, and Declan Rice needs to get off. So shuffling the midfield up in a big game, but I do have confidence with it. As can we try and get another before I make the subs? It's Antonio. That was meant for Souček. It's back to Mikel though, and he's got a bit of space to scuff it again. Honestly, had enough of that guy just hitting them poorly. As Mark Noble straight on the field, captain, heads it right down, as Manuel Lanzini with it as well. Can he get the pass off? He can, to Souček. Tries to play a 1-2. I haven't played Manuel Lanzini enough, I don't think. Had a decent appearance against Everton. It's just fitting him in the squad. Not fully fit as well, as Souček. Come on. You've got to get onto that first time, not let it go through your legs, as now Rudiger tackled from Lanzini, but they're going to come at us again. It's Chilwell now. On to Timo Werner. Werner to run down this line, as can we try and cut them off? It's Chilwell. just get across and lunge in a little bit as it's now out wide to Timo Werner, and they're going to come at us again. It looks like the Chelsea waves are beginning to erupt, and we can't let them score from one. Not like this. Not like this. Not what we did to Tottenham, as it's now Tammy Abraham. Not let him. Just don't let him. Whatever you do, as Kovacic tries to find him. Masuaku with the read and plays it out of play. Not good. Not good at all, as now Reece James is going to throw it all the way back. That ain't a dummy. Just got to chase them up, as he's kept it in. And just over 10 minutes left for the Blues to try and get another goal. It's N'Golo Kante onto Tammy Abraham. Noble at the wrong side, but gets the tackle in. Still Tammy Abraham. And of course it's him. Of course it's him. I could erupt to tears, but it's video game, innit? So I'm not gonna, as Mark Noble did get the tackle in and gave it straight back to him. I love the club captain, but I really hope he does decide to retire at the end of this season, so we don't have to put him through any more pain next season. He's just blasted it in at the front post and levelled it up late on. Him who I desperately wanted to sign. Punishing. As we've only got a couple of minutes left right now. 9. Can we actually score from them? You never know. Kufal right now. As Souček gives it across to Noble. We have been really good with possession. I think the fans will be happy with the draw, to be fair, in the league. A good point against a big team. As now Antonio has space. Still has the ball. Gives it into Lanzini. That's a foul. Surely, ref. I felt a connection. As now it's Souček with the ball and tackled by Ziyech. And actually, Chelsea could come forward in the last minutes. Timo Werner out wide with Tammy in the middle. I don't like it. I don't like how Ziyech made the tackle as well as Tammy actually does receive that ball. Kufal with the cover, as can we get forward right here? Benrahma into Lanzini. Back to Saeed Benrahma. He's got to have quick feet right here to get out of danger. He gives it onto Antonio. Now onto Kufal again, or Fornal should I say. Crossed in. Handball? Nothing given, as we've got half a minute, less than half a minute, and a corner as Benedetto comes onto the field. Can we do something? Let's be optimistic. Aim for the tall player, Pablo or Thomas Souček. Got his name wrong again, as it will be another corner. Let's aim for Ogbonna. Why not? The man who's already scored one. Can he get another to win us the game against Chelsea? Going towards him. Keep this alive, Benedetto. Headed down towards Ogbonna. And blocked with Thiago Silva's chest. Really good to put his body in the way and stop us from maybe getting a late goal, as that would have been scenes, wouldn't it? But no, a 1-1 draw with Frankie's Chelsea should be 2 shells. And I am not upset in the slightest. Yes, Tammy Abraham scored their only shot of the game, but they did dominate on possession, and I'll take a 1-1 draw with a top 6 club. Again, something to build on, as we have really increased our league position. Brighton bottom of the league, Burnley and Sheffield United actually not doing that bad. Fulham really surviving, and West Brom are in 8th. That's how upside down this season looks. United in 9th, as we have 15 points from 11 games. 4 wins, 4 defeats and 3 draws. It is literally the middle ground. We are the middle ground, as Chelsea were actually 3rd as well. So that was a good result we got. Only lost 1 game all season. It could have been 2 though, as I think we put up a decent battle. But I also feel like we have completely drained the batteries. Lost 1 game, technically, of course, to Tottenham in the cup. But it was a penalty shootout, as I am more than happy with how today's gone. No defeats in 90 minutes, we can say that for sure. Good wins, of course, against West Brom and the first game against Leeds United. As next episode we have Villa, Crystal Palace, another London derby, and away at New White Hart Lane as we play Tottenham again. Jeez. And Man United after that, and Arsenal after that. Blooming heck. As I'm going to end it out right here for today. Thank you guys for watching again. Episode 5. If you are staying with the series by now, you are all legends, and hopefully you carry on to do so. Like, comment, share and subscribe with a notification bell on as well, so you do not miss an episode in the future. And I will see you all in the next episode. Take care, in a bit, and peace.